Get him, shawty, get him, shawty, get him, shawty, get him.
Alright, live from the belly of the beast, it's your boy Gravity.
And the infamous Ray Boogie.
And today we're gonna get it on in why families ain't families no more. So with all that said, Boogie, what happens to the big family reunions?
Big family reunions, I mean, people show up and have to ask, who's that?
No doubt.
Because really nowadays people don't live where they grew up. Oftentimes families get split up, and then if you are lucky, you see each other on the holidays.
True.
Or if you have somebody who's like, let's have a family reunion. There's always that one person who's from another time. We're remembering, you know, everybody coming together. It was a big part of their lives. So you always have that one person in the family who keeps that alive, but it seems like it's dying out now, and more families don't have that person that's willing to pull it together. Because if you leave everybody to do their own thing, a lot of times it just won't happen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think every family has like the glue that keeps them together. Like in my family, it was my mom's. My mom was like big grandma. And sometimes I think when they die off, sometimes people say, you know what, I'm going my own way. You know what I'm saying? So what you think about that?
Sometimes there are more circumstances to it too, where it's like some of y'all wouldn't even get along if it wasn't for Big Mama. So it was the neutral zone.
Yep.
So people who aren't talking to each other or have a problem, you have to drop all that when you come to Nana house.
Yeah.
Because I'm here and we ain't about to cut up in Nana house.
Hell nah, you better take that mess outside. Yep, hell yeah, not here.
Yeah.
But you know what? Take away family reunions. What happened to the Sunday dinners? People just coming together on Sunday, chilling after they go to church. What happened to church?
That's a different show.
What happened to church? It's a different show. But I'm
show.
saying it's like people who go to church traditionally has even dwindled off a little bit. But take away church. That's a different show. What happened to the Sunday dinners?
Well, you have
the big Sunday dinners.
You have the traditional family going away. And along with the traditional family going away, you have the traditions that people were pushing going away as well, whether that be going to church, which then facilitated what we gonna eat after church, which facilitated the Sunday big gathering meal, because there used to be a time where everybody could point and say, well, we'll see you Sunday. And it was a kind of like a given. True. Because you going to church.
Almost there. You going to church. Oh, you could be mad, sleep, and get your slapped and shit, but you carrying your ass to church.
You going to church or you got to move out.
Yeah. It be girls and guys. Y'all know y'all in the club all night, but you getting your ass up, fucked up, half drunk. And you going to church. Now,
the reason why I say it's a different show, Grav, is because, you know, I'm not religious.
No doubt.
I'm not into the church thing. I am anti-tradition on a lot of things. But in the, you know, the black community, you can't deny that a lot of things stem from going to church as far as those Sunday meals. It's kind of all seen as one tradition. Going to church, go to Big Mama's house after for dinner, and usually go there for every major holiday, because it was kind of like, well, everybody has their own families, but they all migrate back for that holiday or, you know, traditional Sunday dinner.
And it didn't matter what holiday it was. I mean, nowadays people saying, you know, it's Thanksgiving, I want to spend it at home, or Christmas is for at your own house with your own. But it seemed like back then they didn't care. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving. Everybody came home to Big Mama's. You know what I'm saying? They brought gifts with them and everyone opened them up. But hold on, let me get one thing you just said, because you just made me hungry. Them Sunday dinners at the church, selling plates. I'm sorry, but that just he just brought me back a little bit on that shit right there.
Yeah.
But hey, keeping in contact, I think that technology played a big part. And what I mean by that is, you got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got FaceTime, you got all these different things. And some people's like, yo, I see you all the time. Why I gotta travel 1,000 miles to see you? You know what I'm saying? So some people, they're like, I talk to, see them all the time. I don't gotta see you in the physical. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people feel like, hey, that technology is kind of a part of it. It's keeping us together too, though. It's good because we didn't have this back in the days. And when someone said bye, you ain't see them. You might have heard them on the phone, but you ain't see them. So nowadays, Skype came on first, and then FaceTime, and there was so much stuff out there. It's ridiculous. I think technology is playing a big part.
It plays a part because it makes people feel like they're closer than they actually are. Kind of like kids who think they're friends with someone because they know them on social media. It's like what families have done. It's like, well, we saw each other on FaceTime. No, it's not the same thing. So technology plays a part in that way. But we also have less people being born. Like the birth rate, it's something I just wanted to pull up here. Is like fewer than half of 46% of U.S. kids younger than 18 years of age are living in a home with two married heterosexual parents in their first marriage. So what they're saying
wait, so they ain't counting the second marriage or the third?
No, because what they're saying is tradition. This is also by the United Nations, their definitions. A traditional family, in their words, for this 46% is you were born in a marriage. You have no external half brothers, half sisters, nothing like that. Those two people, it's their first marriage. They made all their children in that one marriage.
So you got a lot of people out here married nowadays, but it's not a traditional marriage, and it's not in.
Right, because they're saying if you have a stepmom or stepdad, you didn't grow up in a traditional. That's by their definition.
Wow. Okay.
So, a lot of things with that too are happening. People don't have the same ambition to get married.
That's true.
A lot of times people are like, I'm working on my career, or just not ready to not be unselfish. I want to still be selfish because we all know being a parent and a spouse, you have to be unselfish on a lot of things.
Yes.
And being a single person, 9 times out of 10, you just look in the mirror and go, hey, self, you want to do this? And you're like, yeah, let's rock. And then that's it.
You do what as self? What you do?
You just look in the mirror and be like, self, what are we doing? And self says, yo, let's do it. And that's it. It's no negotiating with yourself.
I hope they don't do that shit. But go ahead. Go ahead. I got what you're saying. Go
just
ahead.
Look in the mirror and be like, we doing this. But I'm for real. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go.
No doubt.
But yeah, a lot of people are choosing also to just have children later in life, so they wind up having less because the window of baby making for women, is up until they hit menopause. So the later you start, the odds are the less children you're gonna have.
True.
The earlier you start, you still got. You're like, what? It's still three more quarters. I had a baby in the first quarter. I'm good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I could take a quarter off and still have another.
Yeah.
Women who are starting now later, that's why they have that pressure on when they get that urge later to get married and have this traditional family. It's just the world is so expensive that I think a lot of people are also not having kids not because they're just selfish. They just feel like they can't afford it.
I mean, you're right on that one. I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, back in the days, families was huge. Like I said before, I think a previous joint, I'm the baby of 17, same mama, same father, no twins, no triplets. And my mom family, they had 11. My father's family had like 15. I still remember the family down the street. I think they had like 20. You know what I'm saying? So it was there's a whole lot of humping going on.
I don't know how.
You feel me? It was a whole lot of, hold on, let me change that. It was a whole lot of fucking going on, all right? So, I mean, but back then, I mean, you know, that's what people did. So nowadays, it's, if you go above 3, people are like, the hell you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think the money alone is really a good enough reason to see why the birth rate has declined.
True.
I mean, daycare, if you're gonna go to work, is like a car note, more than a car note for some people. You know, it's hard. So I don't even know if it's possible to raise adequately those numbers. Like, if somebody has 15 kids today, you looking at them like, you got a problem.
Or they paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're right.
Yeah.
Or,
You got,
money changes all of that.
it does. It really
You
does.
know,
It really
I mean,
does. If you just out here making, ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But if you out here making 50, 60 grand, and your partner is, y'all making 100 grand a year combined or 150 a year combined, I don't see them out here saying, hey, baby, let's go for number 10. I see them like, hey, okay, these kids are getting expensive.
Honestly, I don't
You know
see
what I'm
them saying, let's go for number 3.
Me either. You know what I'm
2
saying?
is the max.
Two, 3.
is hard when you start talking about the privileged kids now who be like, my room. They look at you crazy if they got to share a room.
Hell yeah.
Nobody don't.
I'm talking about back in the days, 3 to a bed. You know what I'm saying? Head toe. You feel me?
You
Some
know,
of y'all know what I'm talking about.
I mean, you know,
foot action.
everybody has their own room. You know, a lot of kids. Well, everyone doesn't have their own room. I want to take that back. The dream that people want for their kids is to be able to give their kids their own room.
True.
You don't want to have to tell a 10-year-old that they're sharing a room with a 5-year-old. You don't really want to do that because it's really not fair to the 10-year-old.
Yeah.
For the 5-year-old, it's like, great.
Great. They having the ball. Stay up with me. They having the ball. That 10-year-old mad as fuck. You gonna carry your ass to bed? But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right. You know, and then it gets even more awkward when you're talking about you got 4 kids of different genders.
I don't know how my parents did it.
You can't force a boy and a girl to share a room after a certain age.
I don't know how you did it. You can't. No, you can't. Because, I mean, after a certain age, I mean, shit, even by law in some states or in some places, you have to. I forgot the age. Maybe it's 9 or 10, but you have to separate them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So when you have 2 girls and 2 boys, you might buy yourself some time and be able to say, look, y'all sharing a room. I know a woman who refused to get a bigger spot because she didn't want her teenage daughters to get comfortable. After a certain age, she was like, they'll get tired of sharing a room. They're not gonna want to share a room when they're in their 20s. So after high school, you know, she already had another room for her son.
True.
So she was like, he can't share a room. So it kind of gave people motivation
to get the hell
to
out.
Have ambition to get the hell up out.
Yeah.
Make them too comfortable and won't leave, like Bill Cosby used to say on the Cosby Show.
He said, they want us to die. They won't just give them the house. I mean, with them shits.
Woo.
Hey, that's crazy, yo. So, I mean, so family unions is going. I still think they can happen. I still think, you know, if as the elders die off, the young ones got to take charge of that stuff and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, me and my sisters be talking sometimes on, you know, let's us start coming together and throwing these things, you know what I mean? And then in some people's families, like you said, there's drama going on.
Yep.
So that glue, that person they respected back in the days, maybe they kept it low, but now ain't nobody around they really want to see like that. So they ain't coming, you know what I mean, regardless, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So the statistics, what else you reading about?
Well, you know, as far as what's been going on here, I would say, you know, we already have talked about they're delaying marriage and more maybe just skipping marriage altogether. So you have a decline in people getting married. That's one thing. But there's an increase in people that aren't just delaying it. They're saying, I don't believe in the institution of marriage.
True.
So, according to the United Nations, those families don't even get counted as being in a traditional family. And they put the criteria of being heterosexual. So, the families that are 2 gay men or 2 gay women, they're not considered traditional either. And I don't think those groups want to be called traditional.
Nah, I don't think so.
But they do want to be called families.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you know, but basically this is saying the world is just changing.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is. It is. You know what? And that's on the listener to determine is it for good? Or is it for bad? You know, is it changing for the good or is it changing for the bad? I mean, I don't know. I do miss, I guess because I came from that era, I miss the big family get-togethers. You know what I'm saying? So some people, they ain't come from that shit. So they're like, whatever, I ain't missing that. You know what I mean?
Well, here's another one.
What up?
34% of children today are living with an unmarried parent. And that's 34% children live with a parent who's just not married. It doesn't mean they're not with the child's mother or father. It just means they didn't get married. 34% maybe have kids and just like, yo, we don't got to be married though.
Yeah, marriage is not for everyone.
Yeah. Now, just because, you know, we're talking about how things have changed, what do you think that number was in the 1960? So all the numbers are comparisons from a generation ago, the baby boomers to now. Right. So 1960, it's 34% now. What do you think that number was in 1960?
34% now. 1960. I'm thinking 20, maybe in the teens.
9% on this one. 9%.
God damn. Hey, listen.
No, I got another one for you.
Hold on. We fucking up. Hold on, man. Am I fucked up?
I mean, it's just different. I don't know. I mean, it is
9%.
I take it back. It is fucked up. And here's why it's fucked up. We're talking about if something's better or worse and the changes in family structure. I don't think we could say that families are stronger today. And any society.
Some people would say yes, they are, but I don't. But I agree with you.
Yeah, I think any society, the fall of the family is the fall of the culture and the society as a whole. So
there you go.
To say that families are stronger today, I don't think so. I mean, I just don't. Just based on these numbers, we are not even creating quote unquote traditional families. So the families can be stronger. We just got to come up with all these other versions to say, well, they're families too. And they are.
Yeah.
They're just not traditional families. The traditional family is in no way stronger. Not in my opinion. But, you know, who am I?
I mean, yeah, it's just our opinion at the end of the day. I will say that, you know, I came up from single family, like you said before, and I did miss having that father figure. So it is weaker. You know what I'm saying? You might not want to admit it when you're young, and a lot of cats don't. You know, they young girls, so I'm good. But when they grow up and they sit back and they look at it and they actually trying their best to be there for their kids, they're gonna tell their kids, yo, I'm trying to do better than my father did. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it is weaker. It is weaker. So yeah, no doubt, it is. Or the person who's being raised by their father, but their mom is not in their life. You know, that shit hurts too. I don't care if it's a girl or a boy. They need moms around. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You know, they need moms and they need a father. I can understand why it's the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? If not, you're gonna be missing something down the line. Whether you person right now choose to want to speak on it or not, down the line, that kid is gonna be missing something in their life. Think about something. I don't care what it is, but think about something you wish you had when you was a kid. I don't care what it is. Just think about it, and now think about it now as an adult. And do you still feel like, damn, you know, I kind of missed out on that? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Well, you know, right now, I guess what we all need to just recognize is it's never gonna be like it was.
Nah.
And you have to make something good out of what is now. So blended families, you know, that is actually the new norm. Like, most kids understand what it's like to say, oh, this is my stepdad or stepmom, or this is my dad's girlfriend or my mom's boyfriend, if that matter, because some people have never been married, but they have children.
True.
And they wind up getting a girlfriend or boyfriend that's a living boyfriend or girlfriend, which is essentially their family, because they've been together for whatever amount of years. And you have these people who have an impact on that child, and for, you know, all intents purposes, this is like a father figure to them, even if it's not their father, or a mother figure, even if it's not their mother.
True. You know? I mean, nowadays is either evolve or be lost.
Yeah.
You know
So you can still have a healthy family lifestyle and not be a traditional family. Step brothers, step sisters. Family isn't always made by blood. Family is made by love. So if y'all have real,
say that again.
Family isn't always made by blood.
Yep.
Family is made by love.
Cause there's a whole lot of people out here who got families who ain't shit. And some of my friends are more family to me than some of my fucking blood. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's real fucking talk right there. You know what I'm saying? Some family members ain't shit, and you know you ain't. Fuck you. So it's some good people out here who come along through your that on that hard road, long road, whatever the hell you want to say, and they become more family than your own family. So that's real talk.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing when you can find, like, I have two people I refer to as brothers that we don't share the same parents, but they are my brothers, and we love each other in the same way that I would love a biological brother. And that's just what it is. So you're gonna have people in your life that are going to be family to you, but not by blood, by love. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know, and sometimes those are the best ones.
Hell yeah. For real. That's real talk.
Yeah.
That's real talk. That's well said, man. That's real talk. Man.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just less judgment.
Yeah.
You know? But that's pretty much it as far as families. I see it as a family is whatever you make it. The team you put together to say we're family. It doesn't have to be biological.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I mean, and nowadays, I mean, if you want to chill with your family, that means your wife, your kids, and y'all want to have Thanksgiving together, you shouldn't outside the outside family shouldn't feel mad at you because you just want to chill with your immediate family. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So a lot of Christmases nowadays are spent at home. People don't want to be driving out the house with all them daggone gifts in the back and all that stuff like that. So
right.
People want to be comfortable in their own house. I mean, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree. It's changed. It's changed the culture. It's changed the way we live, the way we see things. So I mean, one of those things that it is what it is. You know, families ain't families no more. Is families ain't families no more. Is the old family is gone, and this is the new. It's just the way it is right now.
Right. Well, I want to, you know, I just want to say, as far as anyone who gets too caught up in whatever somebody does or doesn't do on the holidays, yeah, that's their own problem. That's on them, because all of this shit is made up. All of this shit is fake any goddamn way. And I mean, I'm not really, when I partake for the sake of other people, because for me, you ain't taking nothing from me. None of these white man's holidays is really my holiday. I know I'm not being politically correct with all that, but shit,
You said they ain't getting your money?
I mean, no, they are getting my money.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to front and say I don't partake, but I partake for the benefit of other people.
I feel what
because
you're
if
saying.
everybody else was on some like, yo, it's not a big deal,
Mm-hmm.
then it wouldn't be a big deal. I don't care about no Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. I really am not looking for nobody to give me no gifts like that. It's about what gifts I could give other people when it comes to Christmas and shit like that.
True.
I'm not looking for nobody to give me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing all of these holidays really for other people. You know, I mean, Thanksgiving, could take it or leave it. It really is not the celebration of, you know, the colonization of the U.S. Or the Americas.
Yeah.
That's what we're celebrating, really. I mean, 4th of July.
They came together over a feast.
We're going on a holiday
Yeah.
rant here,
Yeah.
but it's facts.
True.
So really, Christmas for me and things like that, all that pagan bullshit, is because my kids want a gift. I want them to shut up, and my mom wants to be able to give them something. I want her to shut up. And then and it don't hurt me to let everybody get something and then carry my ass. I'm gonna be straight up about it.
But
Christmas
yeah,
is bullshit.
that's the growth in the unselfish side. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show up just for y'all. That's my gift to you, my presence.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing. My kids get gifts too, but I'm doing it not because I believe in it. I'm doing it because I don't want them to feel left out. I don't want them to feel like, my daddy didn't give me nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that to you.
Yeah.
Because I have an understanding of what the whole thing is about, and I'm not gonna let me being dogmatic or extra militant about this is a ritual which really signifies blah blah blah. They not hearing none of that. All they know is my dad didn't let me get a gift. And it's not hurting me to give them a gift because I can still teach them about all those things and give them the gift.
True. Yeah.
You know, it's important to sit down and talk with your kids about the reality of things and not just leave it at whatever the fantasy was about Santa Claus. You know, and I know I've gone left.
I'm saying that in my life and my family is what it is. But go ahead.
Yeah, I know I've gone left, but it's just one of those things, man. We all do things for our family that you might not give a shit yourself, but you're doing it because they do.
True. So. Yeah. I mean, the same way, you know what I'm saying? People take trips for families, not saying that you want to go there. You do it just, you know, to satisfy all the people. So it is what it is. I mean, the big family thing, I think people look at it because how they came up, and now it's just different. You know what I'm saying? And are we stopping the tradition? Are we not passing that tradition on to our kids?
We're not.
Start a new tradition. You know what I'm saying? It's just like anything else, evolve, start a new tradition, or just do it in your household. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, if you're missing the Sunday dinners, have Sunday dinners at your crib with your family, your immediate family. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying, anything external. Start there first. So it's one of those things. You got anything else before we think? What's your last thoughts?
Really, my final thought is just family is made from love, not blood. And as long as you're getting the love that you need from your family, then that's what it is. That's your family.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. So that's it right now. And remember, it's about the community.
And like we always say, get them, but don't get got.